My parents always accused me of, and my brother also, of watching the Leave It to Beaver show so much that they just naturally call me Beaver. So, and it stuck with me all these years. Not many people know my real name. They were in a church in Gardendale, Alabama, and I'd heard they were going to be there. This was August of 1973. And basically, I just went up and asked them, do you need a steel player? And they said, can you play? I said, yeah. You know, self-confidence here. And that was my last year. I was starting my last year of high school. And I played part-time with them that last year, and June of '74 I moved to North Carolina. No, actually I'm one of these kind that, unlike a lot of people in gospel music, I grew up never wanting, I didn't have a desire to do gospel music like a lot of people had.
I don't believe you learned that in church, ain't it?
Being my first group I really saw, I guess, was the Happy Goodman Family, because I was starting on the steel guitar, and they had a steel player. They're the only ones at the time that had one named Jack Smith, and one of these things I can say the Lord really put me where He wanted me to be.
Let's do that again. I like that steel guitar. Do it.
Well, I can claim I play a lot, you know. I play the steel guitar. My main instruments, okay, the steel guitar, the dobro, which is an acoustic form, used a lot in bluegrass, the banjo, the rhythm guitar, and the harmonica. I can play piano in the key of C. That's it. And I'm working on the fiddle as we, play bass. And I guess 6 or 7. I can't actually remember how I come about doing the song It'll Be Different. It's the Segal Brothers and Naomi had come out with a song.
The first time you came to a stable long ago,
I believe they had singled it or put it as a title of the album. They didn't have singles then. They just sent the album to the radio station. They played the first cut as their song. So to this day, I don't know how I come about getting the song, but I had sang the song several times before we cut it, and it had gone over so well. And they just decided to let me do it on a major label, you know.
But it'll be different the next time you come. Just wait and see.
It was just, I remember, as a matter of fact, I was doing a recording session in the same studio we cut it in a couple of weeks back, and it's, it just brought back so many memories, because I can remember being a musician, and then, it's really not been my desire to sing, but I can remember to this day exactly what I was wearing, what I was doing, where everybody was standing. It's just sort of a small dream come true at the time.
So if you wait to be invited, Lord Jesus, please come.
Was totally ad lib. We don't know one song to the next. So, being a musician, you have to stay on your toes. A little metaphor there, and know what's going on. I guess one of the most embarrassing moments would be hearing Jim call out a song, he called out what I thought was a particular song, and I did the intro on it, and everybody else, they just sat there. Everybody, the musicians didn't. And then he turned around and clearly said it. I believe it was the Eastern Gate or something. And I said, oh. And then did it, and we just went on about our business, So that's one of them, because that's the one I can recall that sticks out in my mind. So the other ones must not have been too bad. I guess the one I can recall, it has to be the first one we won. When they call out the Kingsman Band, it's just an excitement you can't explain. I appreciate every one of them. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about the first one. Even as we speak, Anthony, I've turned in my notice with the Kingsmen. So I'm leaving February the 9th. I'm going back to school to study respiratory therapy. I'll be working part-time with a small group called the Isaacs. You might have heard of them. So really, I've got the best of both worlds. I'm going to be able to play and keep playing and, further my education. So, I'm 35, and it's either make a decision to, stay here the rest of my life, which I had never seen me doing from the beginning. It was just really never my desire. Things have to, as they were saying, they have to run their course. I hate leaving, but good relationship with Foxy, Eldridge about it, the boss, and all the guys. No problem whatsoever. Well, you can't help but think about the good times. I miss the guys. I'll see them a lot because I'll still be in the same town they live in. I'll be there. I thought about the people I met, that I'll miss them, but I'll get to see them, but I'll still be traveling. So, as far as missing something, I'll miss the drive of the music. I don't know if it's an honor or a dishonor, but I believe they're just going to hire a driver. I don't believe they're going to replace me, so, one of me's enough, man,
What has been the best part about being with the Kings?
Experience, professional experience, I guess, would be the best. Meeting friends, getting to know different people. Really, it's endless. It's one of these things that's endless, and you can't answer what do you say? The experience, the knowledge of learning, being around other great musicians, traveling the country. That gets tiring, but traveling the country and and watching people feel good about what you do, that would be a major part of it.